Hi.
Hello, this is Laura Hosford, the host of your new show, Goddess Rising, and I'm so excited to be with you today. So excited to roll out this whole new show, and looking forward to being with you every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope everyone is doing well today and getting ready for the Thanksgiving holidays. And let me just tell you a little bit about what this show is going to be about. So, what's near and dear to my heart is the whole theme of the goddess rising and the return of the divine feminine to the planet here. And so, in 2020, we are looking forward to a fabulous year of great change and seeing more of the wonderful divine feminine energies coming into the planet. And so, this show will be about discussion around what some of those changes might be, what some of those new miracles and magic that's going to be coming in this year in 2020. I'm planning on inviting other people to join me on the show, perhaps authors of books or other women and men who are out there who are pioneering in their own beautiful way of authentically bringing in the light of the goddess, however that is for them. So I'm really excited to bring this new show to you and to help to inspire you, to educate you, to provide some healing conversations for you, and helping you on your own quest to begin to reconnect with your own inner divine feminine and begin to get reacquainted with her and begin to anchor her beautiful light in and through your whole being and in through your whole body. So let me also share with you too that I am the founder of the Light Leaders Academy, and founded the Light Leaders Academy in June of 2014. It was a vision that was placed in my heart by Spirit. And so I've been really enjoying now full time running this beautiful spiritual community here from Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm located. And I would love to invite you to check us out. You can go to my website, and I have the link posted below if you'd like to find out more about our community. Just a little bit about the theme of it. We are dedicated to bringing in the energies of the fifth dimension and living from the new consciousness of the unity consciousness, and bringing in those ideals and principles and living those first within ourselves each and every day. So we are a community of love and light, and just here to serve through using our own spiritual gifts in the ways that we that empower us and inspire us and bring us back into our heart space and bring us back into really connecting with our own inner divine feminine and our own inner divine masculine again, and really helping to reacquaint ourselves with embodying that beautiful soul light that we radiate out. All right. So every Monday I will pick a theme, and today's theme is going to be about just embodying the gifts of the goddess and how can you bring in more grace and more blessings into your life. And so recently I had a beautiful experience of this, and I'm going to try to describe the story that I'd like to take a minute to share with you. And I called it the tuna fish miracle story. So recently I was attending a business conference out in Sedona, Arizona a few weeks ago. And so during the week we had one day off that we could go and do whatever. And so my friend and I decided to go for a hike because they're in the wonderful vortexes of Sedona, around these very, very powerful vortexes of divine energies. You can just, you just never know what's going to happen. I'll just put it that way. So it's a very powerful place. If you've never been, you might want to put it on your bucket list. But anyway, so my friend and I decided to go hiking, and we found a trail, and we decided we were going to go to Cathedral Rock. And we decided we would take our lunch. And we were told there was a beautiful creek down there. I think it's called Oak Creek Canyon. And so we made it, our on our journey to take our lunch and spend some time down there. So along the way, we had to stop and ask a few people for some directions. And so it was taking us a little bit longer than we had planned. And so my friend, she was getting really hungry. So she said, "Hey, can we stop for a few minutes? And, I need to eat something." I said, "Sure." So we sat down, and so she was enjoying some of her lunch. However, I just really had this feeling that I wanted to really wait until we got down to the river. And I just had this whole vision in my mind that it would just be such a beautiful experience. And there was something going to be very powerful about waiting and being patient and just waiting till we got down. And I had just had this whole vision in my mind and this feeling in my heart. So my friend finished eating, and then we went along our way, and we kept, hiking. And so we finally reached down to the creek, and we found a beautiful space there. It was like on a flat rock, and we decided to stop there. And so I went to open up my lunch that I had packed, and I had brought a tuna fish sandwich that I had gotten that morning from Whole Foods. So I opened my sandwich, and I saw that it was neatly cut in half. And I took half out, and I wrapped up the other part of the sandwich and put it away in my backpack. And I was enjoying just being there. It was just so perfect. Everything just felt just so perfectly aligned, is the best way I can describe it to you. It just, every cell in my body, it seemed, was very, very happy. I was very peaceful sitting by the water. Was very happy. I was just so happy just to be there. I was in such a state, I would say, of appreciation and gratitude for this beautiful place and being able to enjoy it. And just being able to take some time to just really slow down and enjoy my life, completely feeling free and open without any restrictions or limitations. I didn't feel any of that. And I was just 100% really there. And these are just some of the ways, or I can describe it to you, because I think the way that I can most describe it to you is I was totally in my heart space. I can't get that out. In my heart space. And I was just so in the moment. I was totally in the moment. I wasn't thinking about the past. I wasn't thinking about the future. And so I finished my half of my sandwich. And then I decided, well, I'm a little bit more hungry. I'm going to eat the rest of my sandwich. And I went and got my other part of the sandwich out, and I started to unwrap it. And when I unwrapped it, expecting there to be a half a sandwich, there was a whole sandwich. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I know there was only half a sandwich. I looked at it earlier. And I was like, I said to my friend, "Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what just happened. It's like a miracle. A miracle just happened. I can't believe this." And so there was a whole another sandwich in there. And so we just sat there just really in disbelief, really. And so I just took it all in, and I was like, wow, what a gift, what a gift. And what was the message that was coming through from the divine in that moment? And, what came through was that miracles and magic are everywhere, every day. And abundance and prosperity are there for us in every way. And the message was for me that you'll always be taken care of. That when we can slow down, we can come into the present moment, when we can come into just really being there in our heart space and just being open to receive and being very relaxed. And really not having any expectations, just really being, and being in the feeling of being alive and being present and being in a place of gratitude or appreciation about life. And so it was just such a wonderful feeling and a wonderful message to know beyond, what we normally think of on the earth plane. It was well beyond this linear thinking, right? And this was totally something that was definitely beyond, but knowing that this was the truth, and knowing that we have the potential as powerful co-creators, that when we are aligned and when we're open to receive, and that when we're in this beautiful place of appreciation and gratitude, that miracles and magic can happen. And that's what happened that day in that beautiful, magical place, powerful place there in Sedona. And I knew from that point on that it so deeply inspired in me and deepened within me my own faith of that I am a powerful co-creator, and that when I really allow myself to step into that power, not in a singular way, but in a way of, blessing everyone else, in a way of including everyone else, in a way of really being in that unity consciousness, right? Of being here to share and to serve and to uplift others. And so, yeah, what a beautiful gift, what a beautiful blessing that was that day. And I know that those type of miracles are more and more coming our way. And I'll share with you on 11/11, I had a similar experience. Now, I didn't produce another tuna fish sandwich. However, what did happen was on 11/11, my day was totally perfect. I woke up that morning and I went through the day totally in my heart space. There was there was no fear, there was no expectations. It was like I was in Eden, in the Garden of Eden, and everything was just flowing. And there was no monkey chatter, was totally in my heart space. The day just flowed. It flowed with grace and with ease. And I knew that day that I had experienced being fully in the fifth dimensional energies that day, or very close to it. And I know that we're all headed for this new beautiful space, this new realm of consciousness of being anchored in this beautiful foundation of unity consciousness and unconditional love. And so I'm just so inspired that that all of this is coming our way in 2020. And as we begin to remember and awaken and open our heart space to, again, just receiving the beautiful energies of the divine feminine and being able to allow her in to our heart space to guide us, to awaken us, to allow her to begin to embody her again, that frequency of love, of patience, of receiving, of nurturing energies that are all about the feminine, that there's going to be a great rippling of miracles and magic and healing on the planet. So I'm so excited about that. And I wanted to just take today to not only share that story with you in my own experience, but to also inspire you to begin to connect in with your own beautiful energies and receiving more of these beautiful divine feminine energies. So there's some things that you can do, and I was downloaded with this beautiful guide, if you will, this beautiful guidance that came in a couple months ago, and I call it the Enlightenment Formula. And so my guides were teaching me and sharing with me one day that the way forward is to focus on 100% of your light. So just think about that for just a minute. And so what they were saying is that it was time to really begin to change our habit as healers, as light workers, as empaths, intuitives, and to begin to make this shift to bring more of our focus and more of our presence into focusing 100% on the light, our soul light of who we are, our true self. I call it our angelic goddess self. And so as we begin to really focus on our light again through our heart space, that this begins to then expand within our own consciousness, first expanding within our body, expanding into our aura, and then beginning to expand out into the field around us. And so In order to do this, what you'll need to do is first you'll need to just find a place, a quiet place, a place where you feel comfortable and safe. It could be anywhere. It could be out in nature. It could be in your own home. But creating a place where you feel very safe, you won't be disturbed, and just beginning to just focus on your breathing and slowing down that breathing, and then just really coming into your body. And so the best way I like to teach that is to, if you feel like you have a lot of energy in your head, is to bring that energy to the center of the head, and then simply bring your hands to your heart and just imagine that energy coming down into your own heart space. And as you do that, then just begin to bring all of your attention to your heart space in that moment and focus there. As you come into your heart space, think of something that makes you really happy. It could be a memory, it could be a person that you love, it could be a pet that you love, anything that brings you a thought of joy and happiness. And as you do that, you'll begin to feel your heart expanding and opening. And as we open our heart, then we are telling the universe that we are ready to receive. That is the signal to the universe. So, what my guides had shared with me on that day was that it is so important right now to stay focused on and within our heart space. And as we begin to come back into our heart space and we begin to focus on our light, and so the next thing I want you to do is you can then begin to imagine that the middle of your heart space is an expanding white light. It's expanding out through your body. It's expanding out into your aura. And then the next thing you know, you're in this beautiful bubble of unconditional love. And you can make it any color you want, whatever unconditional love means to you. Or it can be glittery, or it can be whatever you want. So as you do that, keeping your hand on your heart and just imagining growing this beautiful unconditional bubble of love, you become more fully present in your body. As you do that, just begin to imagine yourself being connected to heaven above, all the way up to the brightest star that you can see, and then bring in your energy all the way through your body, through the center of your body, and connecting it all the way down deep into Mother Earth, into her core. As you do that, you'll begin to expand. Just imagine yourself just expanding into this beautiful, expanding out that beautiful bubble of light. Now, as you do this, you will begin to feel a blissful energy running in and through you, because you're now expanding more into a state of grace and presence and gratitude. So what you do now is to extend that as you begin to bless yourself. So begin by blessing yourself first. As you bless yourself, you begin to see this rippling out of waves and waves of your beautiful light, and begin to send those waves of light out into the space around you, maybe into your home, out into your community, to your friends, to your family. And just imagine, using your imagination, using your senses, using your heart space, and allowing your feelings of joy and happiness to begin to go out through these heart waves, you could say, and begin to just bless everything and everyone everywhere. And as you do this, really begin to feel it and see this energy moving beyond yourself. See this energy filling you up, with you just overflowing. And then you just begin to just anchor this into your body and anchor it into wherever you are. And as you begin to practice this and do this, then you'll begin to experience this higher frequency of divine feminine and divine masculine energy. You'll begin to connect into the unity consciousness and begin to connect into more joy, into more love, into more compassion, into receiving more nurturing for yourself. And so as you're giving as you're receiving the nurturing, then you become the container of clear light, where then you want to then begin to overflow with that light and be able to radiate out to everyone everywhere. So give this a try in your own time, in your own space, and let me know how it goes. Put some comments in on this video if you'd like, or if you have any questions about any of this process. I'd love to hear about it, and I'd love to answer your questions as well. And so, in just closing today, I'd like to share with you a grounding prayer that I was channeled a couple of years back. And you can click on the link later and download this audio prayer that I call grounding prayer with Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And in the prayers also embedded frequencies that will help to lift your vibration and help you to connect to a higher frequency of light. So I'm just going to share this prayer with you in closing today. And so here we go. And if you'd like to bring your hand to your heart and close your eyes just to connect with the words of the prayer in the frequencies of light, that would be awesome. So here we go. I connect my physical body and vessel deep into the arms of Mother Earth, allowing her to hold me safely and gently. I feel 100% secure inside her loving womb. I open my own consciousness fully and enter through the stargate of time to connect with the highest heavens of the cosmos, that they lift me up to my divine connection with all that is. I am connected to heaven and earth, as above, so below. I am open and ready to serve the kingdom of love and light for the highest good of all. And so it is. Amen. 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 So just take a moment to breathe that in and open your crown chakra fully, and you'll begin to see and feel and sense the beautiful waves of light and love now pouring in and through you. And as this light and love comes in and through you, just begin to anchor it through all the cells of your body, the space in between, breathing and drinking in all of these beautiful blessings of love for you. This beautiful gift from the goddess. And feeling that peace and calm, tingling and warmth, or wherever you're feeling is perfect for you in this moment. And just drinking all that goodness in. Beautiful. All right. So in closing, thank you everyone for joining me today on this first show here of Goddess Rising. And thank you so much for your love and support. And please leave your comments and please like and share. And I'm looking forward to being with you again next Monday. Until then, namaste, lots of love and blessings. Okay, bye-bye for now.